Greetings, the tubes. It is me again, the guy with bad hats. Thank you, Elite Lighting, for the free and awful hat. And here I am today on a Monday in September? October. Boy, time flies. October 6th. And I am currently trying to hotwire the boss's Tesla. This has been an interesting experience. You have a probably, $69,000 car. They're relatively low maintenance, but the damn things have what they call a little accessory battery, which sits down here in the frunk. Thank you, Mr. Elon. That battery goes bad every 3 years. When it goes bad, that's the battery that powers all the controls to operate the key, to turn it on, to get into it, to pop the hood. Almost anything important. I don't care how charged up the battery stack is to move it, you can't get in it and you can't start it. This was an interesting way to design a car. Now, when that battery goes dead, amongst other things, the car disappears from the app. And Elon, and his brilliance, thought it was a clever idea to make sure that you could not have any interactions with anybody that did anything with a Tesla except through his miraculous little app. So when the car disappears and you go to call up and get a battery, well, guess what? That little battery is you can only get it through Tesla. No one else carries it. It's not particularly expensive, but they will not even let you order it unless you order it through the app. You can't order it through the app because the car disappears from the app as soon as the battery goes dead. So there's lots of phone calls and arguing. In this case, it took the owner's wife 45 minutes arguing with Tesla before they would finally allow her to buy a battery because they wanted to bring in the car for service. Did I mention with that little $250 battery craps out, you can't move the car because you can't get into it and you can't start it. So despite the fact that the service center was 8 miles away, it might as well have been on Mars for the amount of difference it made to the car. So, going forward, 45 minutes of arguing them, they finally allowed her to buy a battery. I went to go pick it up. They would not allow me to buy a battery or even pick up the battery that had already been purchased, despite the fact that the owner told them I was coming down and told them my name, unless I downloaded the app for the Tesla on my phone. And the owner of the car had to register me and send an invite as a driver for the car, just to pick up the battery. So, on and off, fucking with this damn thing. We tried to jump it once to try and get it to move to get the charger and all this hellacious stuff. This has been 2 days worth of work just to be able to replace that dumb battery. I'm not impressed with Tesla at this point. I have some of their Starlink products and all that good stuff, but one of the many things that we talk about and we worry about as we become more technologically advanced civilization is all these little conveniences that we've developed. Every new layer of them is recursive, calling itself, and reduces your autonomy. So, in the case of this, as long as you do things the Tesla way, using Tesla parts, using Tesla apps, only in their locations, only when they want you to, only in certain ways, then, yeah, it works great. And if there's any exceptions that they hadn't thought of, well, you're just fucked. And that's the way it goes. And I'm afraid the rest of the world is going to go that way too. So, God's help us. Don't buy a Tesla.
Well, hello there.